Hi, I'm your Everyday Joe. Thanks for coming to my channel. Today I'm going to be making a French dip sandwich au jus using the Ninja Foodi. So stay tuned.
If you want to show support to this channel, be sure to click the subscribe button. And to stay up to date on new content, when we release it, ring the notification bell. Now let's get into the video.
Alright, this is going to be a really quick recipe. Not going to take long at all. We're going to be using some rare roast beef, or medium rare roast beef, whichever way you like. I like it on the rare side, because it's going to heat up with the sandwich anyway. Also going to be using this Better Than Bouillon roast beef base. If you haven't used this, give it a shot. It's got really good flavor. So what we're going to do is use about a cup and a half, cup and 2/3 of water. Get that into the hot pot. Now you can do this on your stovetop. It's fine. It won't mess with the flavor at all. It's the same way. I just happen to have my Ninja Foodi available today. I'm going to take about a tablespoon of this bouillon. Get that in here. And a little of this goes a long way. So let's just scrape all that off, because this is like gold. This is fantastic. All right, so just gonna mix that in here. I've got the Ninja Foodi set on high right now because I want it to bubble up. I want it to cook a little bit and get hot. So we're going to be adding some of these green onions to it also. Get all that in there. And I'm going to add a little extra black pepper. All right. We're not going to add salt yet because I want to taste it when it's getting ready. And this is not going to take long. All we're doing is heating it up and getting it going here. So it's nice and hot. So I'm using a plastic swirler. So you want to make sure anything you're putting into the pot here, you want to make sure that it's plastic or rubber or silicone. That's going to protect that bottom from getting scratched up, and the nonstick surface will wear off. So we just want to make sure that it all works in. It starts to melt away in there, and so as it melts away, it's going to flavor that. It's going to darken the liquid. So we want to make sure this comes up to a boil. Okay, we can close that up. And this is great for a Saturday night, a game night, or something like that. That you want to make sandwiches real quick. Okay, let that heat up a little bit. And here's my little twist. And I know this is not common to French. This is more Italian. This is a Marsala wine. It's a sweet dessert wine, similar to a sherry. It smells great. I mean, you can drink it straight here. I mean, it's great. It's a nice flavored wine. So I'm going to put maybe a 1/4 cup of that in here. And we want to cook this down a little bit until the alcohol, because there is alcohol in it, evaporates a little bit. So we're just going to stir that in. Wait till that comes to temperature. You don't have to fuss with this all that much. Okay, in the meantime, I'm going to take this baguette, or French bread, and I'm going to slice it in an angle, and I'll show you what that's for later. It's actually, it'll come in handy for dipping. All right, so you have a nice little angle to it. All right, and I'm going to cut that down the middle, and I'm using a serrated knife here. This bread is pretty dense. It's not the flaky stuff. It's actually pretty dense. So I'm just going to cut that in. Make a nice slice in there, because we're going to try to toast that up too afterwards once this gets going here. All right, so now it's come up to temperature. It's boiling. You don't want to overcook it. We're not making a gravy. This is au jus. This is a kind of a thin sauce. So I'm going to grab my glove here, and we're just going to pour it out. Pour it into this container here. I've tasted it. It's perfect. Don't have to add any salt or anything. So just going to pour that in here, and you can see the nice color here. Look at that, huh? That's beautiful. So now, while this cools a little bit, okay, we're going to toast up the bread a little bit. I'm using the rack here. It's always nice to have a good rack. This way here. So I'm going to put the bread on this rack here, like this. And we're just looking for a slight toast. Okay, slight toast. Okay, I'm going to give the bread a little spritz with some garlic oil. Close that. Hit the air crisp, 400 degrees. It's only going to take a couple minutes, so we're going to go about 3 minutes, 3 or 4 minutes. We're going to let it toast up, and then we'll start assembling the sandwich. Okay, so I just semi-toast the bread right now, about 3 minutes. What I'm going to do is flavor the bread a little bit more. We're going to keep adding flavor to this, so I'm just going to pull this out. Here you can see it's lightly toasted already. All right, so what we're going to do with this is I'm going to add a little bit of mayonnaise to the top. Okay, just a little bit. Don't want to go too crazy with it. A little bit of mayonnaise to the top. And I know this is not traditional, but this is my version. Again, it's my take on this. So just a little bit for flavor. All right. On the bottom side, I'm going to take some of this au jus and just dab some of that on there. It's actually jus because au jus means with juice or with the sauce. So we're going to add the jus to the bread. Okay. Okay, now you could just spoon it on there. That works fine too. Just had the brush available. All right. So next thing is I've got the cheese. The cheese I'm using is Asiago cheese. You can use any cheese you like. You can use a brie in there. That'll melt. It'll be nice and creamy. Okay. All right. So we're gonna close that up now and let the cheese melt. All right. We're only gonna give it a couple of minutes again. 400 degrees for about 2 minutes. It's probably all it's going to take until the cheese is melted. So while we're waiting here, we've got another minute. So I'm going to take this, it's a thickly cut roast beef, rare roast beef. Just going to throw it in there. Okay, so it's going to heat it up. Basically, all you want to do is heat it up. Okay, separate slices. Like that, because the jus is still very, very hot. So we're just going to get in there. Okay, and we're going to make our first sandwich like that. About 4 slices, 5 slices. This is pretty thick roast beef. So let's take a look. Oh yeah, that's good enough here. All right, so get the gloves, and I'll leave links down at the bottom if you're interested in getting a set of these. These go up to 900 degrees, so you can use them on your grills too. It's the Grill Armor version. Okay, open that up. Okay, take that, get it right in the center there. Okay, got this one in here. Okay, let's get a couple more slices. Now you could do this in a pot, right in the pot. It's fine. I just wanted the pot available to toast the bread. So let's get that out. Get that in there. And there we go. Fold this up and get a taste out of it. So let's just close that up. That. Give it a little squish. So we want to make sure all the flavors get into the bread. Now you can dip it in, and I think that's the traditional way. They usually dip it into the jus before they layer it in. That's fine. I just wanted to add a little bit of mayonnaise to it to give it a little extra flavor, and the jus on the other side. The jus on the other side. Okay, let's get rid of that. All right. Oh, a straight piece. Good. Now I decided I'm going to add another little bit to it. I got these crispy fried onion. French's. It's got to be French. But we're going to put that in to give it a little bit more flavor, a little bit more crunch. Just get that all in there. Okay, let's open that up. Get that in there too. All right. So we're going to take this. Very addictive. I'm going to take this one. So here we are. I'm going to give it a little press. Go into the jus. Give it a little swirl. This is good. It's got a nice flavor. You can taste that Marsala. That comes out. And you get the flavoring of the bouillon, the beef. It's got a unique flavor. It's very good though, very tasty. So I'm going to keep dipping. That's what it's for. That's good. That's really good. Give this a shot. It's a quick recipe to make. You can do it on the stovetop in a foodie. It's real quick to make. Give it a shot if you do, or if you have your unique way of doing it. Again, put it in the comments section below. I also have some videos here from our playlist. Give them a peek. Let me know what you think. Share the video if you like it. Give me some comments, some likes, and I hope to see you in the next video.